Okay, I'm Ken from the Ken Rigel Group, and today I have brought in my sister-in-law, Brandy. She's not just that to me. I've known her for a very long time. How long have we known each other for now?
3 decades,
30
30
years we've known
years.
each other. Now, not only have we known each other for this long, but we've also worked together for a very long time, since 2013, in fact. Was it 13 or 12?
Okay, 12, I think.
All right. So Brandy is a huge part of our team. In fact, Brandy's my right hand, and she has been for a very long time. So what I wanted to do today is just kind of talk about how our team works, because not everybody knows how a real estate team is put together and sort of everybody's roles and how they evolve. So I just wanted to go through that. I want to talk about Brandy as a buyer's agent because she is hands down the best buyer's agent out there. There's nobody better than Brandy when it comes to being a buyer's agent. She's better. I trained her and she's better than me. So I want to talk a little bit about that. We're going to talk about how she balances her life because she has this insane schedule because she's showing so many houses all the time. Plus, she's also a listing agent too. So we're going to get into that as well. But I want to start with, okay, so you got into the industry. How? Let's start there. How did I convince you to get into the industry like 12, 13 years ago?
Uh, okay, so I was a stay-at-home mom at the time of very busy young children. I don't even know, maybe they were 4 and 6 or something crazy. I don't remember. And you were busy. You were so busy, you couldn't handle it. You were driving everywhere on the fly. You had no help. So you called me one day and begged me to be your assistant, which was very interesting because there was no training back then. You basically called me and said, go on your computer, log into here, do this, do that. This is what I need. And we did it. I don't
Well,
know how.
that was the coolest thing about our relationship too, is that I could do that, right? Like I was on the fly. So like I think in 2014, I did 85 deals by myself and I had you as a part-time assistant. And it was like, we were flying. It was like, okay, I need you to write this contract. I got to list this house. And it was in between showings because I was showing houses basically all day, every day, and then trying to list houses in the middle. It was absolutely insane that year, and you just took it and it was on the fly. And because we have such a tight relationship because we've known each other for so long, it was easy for me to be almost rude to you, like, hey, I need this done, I gotta go, goodbye, right? And that's
Totally.
sort of how our team started, and our team has evolved from there, right? So okay, so you're my part-time assistant, and then you evolve to, then we get through 2014, which was this absolutely insane year, and you decide you're gonna get licensed.
I don't think it happened like that. Let me be clear. First of all, it was super crazy and I'm not techie. So if anybody knows me, you definitely put up with me. um,
And I am techie, right? Like I'm super tech forward, and you weren't at the time.
yes, so you had to train me on that. But I think I had helped you out for about 6 to 10 months. And then you convinced me to get my license because you were so busy that you were like, hey, you'd be really good at this job. You should go do this while you have young children. That's
And
how it
you got a real estate license in 2015.
I think it's 14. I think
No,
I'm
it
a
was 15. It
decade.
was 15 because 2014 was the crazy year, and then at the beginning of 15, you got your license.
So I guess I'm only 9 years in. I feel like it's forever.
Yeah,
Um, so yes, I got
9
my
years license, but a couple of years as an assistant. So you got lots of experience.
correct. Yeah. So I officially got my license in June of 2015 and sold my first house weeks later.
Well, it's because we were just like, again, it was just you and I, and so we were just so busy that you just hit the ground running, But it was good because you had been with me for so long. You knew exactly what we did. You knew the processes. You knew the systems. You knew everything that we did, even though we didn't have it all documented back then. We had a rhythm, right?
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. For sure. Like I had gone on lots of appointments with you, with buyers, with listings. I mean, I did all the contracts. So actually going to school after being your assistant for 2 years was much easier because all of that stuff was normal. I knew all of that information ahead of time because I worked with you so closely.
Okay. And so You're wired a certain way. You are, and I've said this a million times, ADHD in this business is a superpower. A lot of us have it. We're scattered. We're all over the place, but it allows us to jump back and forth in this business because this business is like that. You're jumping around all the time. You have a super, super busy calendar and you had young kids and you're out there rolling, you're showing houses, like you're going all the time. You're going to do over 50 houses this year. And and that's all you just sell houses. Like that's what you do every single day. Like, how do you balance all that?
Yeah. I don't know if I balance it.
You're not a balanced human being,
Like,
first of all, okay? You're a little crazy. So we're gonna get that out of there. Brandy is nuts, but nuts is good in this business. But how do you put it all, like, how do you balance all that? Like, how do you put it all together? Because it's crazy. Your life is nuts.
First of all, I have a very understanding family. It sounds crazy, but I schedule my family as appointments. Last week, I think I worked 80 hours. Plus, I went to a Flames game. Plus, I organized a fundraiser for a dance. And I went to 2 hockey games of my sons. So it is super crazy. It is about juggling. I don't have a lot of downtime. I don't hang out on the couch very often. I just schedule my life and use my calendar. And I really work super hard to make everybody a priority. Which is the ADHD superpower.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure it is. For sure it
Yeah.
is. And you're super good at that too. Like if you look at your Google reviews, it's all like, oh, Brandy, made us feel like we were your only client, even though they know you've got dozens of other clients. Your Google reviews are amazing because that's the greatest thing. If you can make a client feel like they're the only client in the world, and you're ultra good at that. You're just so good at it. So, all right. So talk to me about the business a little bit and why you like it, why you love your life. You always tell me how much you love your life. And even though it's so insane, and by the way, you don't have to choose to have this crazy life that Brandy does. Like you're the kind of person you can't slow down. Like you've got to have every second filled. It's just how you're wired. The business doesn't have to be like that for you. It's just how you're choosing to do the business. Correct?
Correct. For sure.
Yeah.
I mean, first of all, I'm super competitive by nature. So that is also a good thing. I don't like losing. I always want to win. So I always want to be number one on our team and in our office. I guess I'm super outgoing, so that is something that is another superpower I got from my mother that I used to hate. I know everybody and I connect really well with people. So I love this job so much because I love to connect with people. And I love connecting other people with people. So I just love to be that hub that connects people together. And I love helping people in finding their forever home or their first home or whatever it might be. I just really love getting to know people and helping them along their way in their journey.
Yeah, and you're great at it. You make friends with everybody. Like you can walk into a room, you're gonna make 10 friends. You just do that. I envy that in you because it's just naturally who you are. It's not, you can just talk to anybody. And so you're just so good at that. So then, all right, so now you're showing a bunch of houses and talk to me about that process for you. Like what does it look like when you're showing a house? What is your goal every time you have, say, a set of clients that are going out and they're first time home buyers and they've met you and now they want you to help them? Like how does it all go for you? Tell me how that works.
So once we start working together, I guess every time I show a house, my goal is never to sell the house I'm showing them, ever, to be honest with you. My goal is to educate them. I really want people who are buying houses through me to really know the working mechanisms of their home and what's good and what's bad of their home. I try to educate them every time we go out so that by the time we walk into a home that they know is theirs, they already know all of the stuff about the home, if that makes sense. So I'm never trying to sell anything. I'm just really trying to educate them and make them kind of narrow their search to what they're really, really looking for.
Cool. And you're super good at that too. Like, I just think the world of you. You're a number one agent. You've been such a huge help to me. You really are somebody I lean on all the time. So you're very good at that. We work really, really hard on our team to make sure we know construction and make sure that we know all the ins and outs of houses. We attend home inspections. We know how to build houses, how to renovate, do those things. We want every agent on our team so that when we're walking through to know all that stuff, so that when we're walking through a house, we can point out some things that we see that could potentially be an issue. And we say, hey, you may want to ask the inspector about that. Or look, we spotted this, don't know if it's an issue, but let's make sure that we talk to an inspector about that. And you're right. Your goal every time out is not to sell the house. The cool thing about what we do is the house will sell itself when you're buying. right? Like the house you get to be a consultant and have fun and help people make great decisions. That's what you get to do as a buyer's agent. If you're looking for somebody that's going to sell you a house when you're buying, we are not the people to hang out with at
For
all.
sure
We're not
not.
going to do that. But we may even talk you out of buying a house or two. Like we'll rip houses apart. You're great at that too.
For sure. I had a client once tell me if I didn't tell all the bad things about the house, he would have bought a house much sooner. And I was like, correct, but we want to make sure you're making a great informed decision before you ever pull that trigger.
For sure. It's about buying the right house, not the first house or the 10th house. It's making sure that it's right. And you just keep going
Mhm.
until it's right. Okay. So you're on our team now. Our team has evolved a ton since it was just you and I back in the day, just flying by the seat of our pants. So now we've got all this structure and we've got agents on our team and we've got, listing and transaction coordinator / office manager. We've got a marketing director. We've got, agents on our team. So just talk to me about, your experience as this team has grown, what the team does for you, because frankly, you sell a lot of houses. You could go do this yourself. What is it about being on our team other than your loyalty to me because you're married to my brother? Um, what is it? What is it about our team that keeps you here and that you like about it? Like, and just talk about how the inner workings of our team are from your perspective.
Yeah, I love being on a team. I love, obviously, connections are important to me. This volume is very difficult at times. So without a Jill is our listing and transaction coordinator, office manager, bossy Betty to me, which is great. Um, Without her, I probably couldn't do the deals I do, because now she's kind of what I was to you in the beginning. I can call her right after a showing and get her prepped, a contract prepped or whatever. So last week, for example, a house came on the market. I booked a showing within 30 minutes. I showed the house 45 minutes later. And within 15 minutes of showing the house, I was driving down south to a different showing and I was able to get the contract prepped. I was able to review it. I was able to send it off to my clients and get it signed and back all within an hour and a half of the house listing. That really would be impossible if I was all on my own. I just love being a part of a team, to connect with agents, to connect with people. I also really love to mentor new agents, just like I love first-time home buyers. I love to educate them. I really like to help the new agents along the way and give them advice and tell them what it's really like and give them a glimpse of what I do in a day to see, like, they could do it too. They can do whatever they set their mind at, right? I don't ever want to do this on my own. I don't want to be responsible for other humans. I like that I have somebody to do all of my conveyancing and check up on my paperwork. I'm very, like I said, probably ADHD superpower. Details are not my strong suit. So I really love to have a Jill to go over that. She is definitely one of the most helpful parts of being on a team for sure.
And then, we also have a marketing department, so you don't have to worry about that. We have our marketing, all your listing marketing is done for you. Talk to us a little bit about that, like that whole process, how that works. And then, when you need something, how, what kind of access do you have to me? Let's talk about that.
Yeah, the marketing department is amazing. First of all, I love Instagram, social media, all of that stuff. Once again, that is not my strength. I'm okay, but I love that I have a marketing department to lean on so that they can arrange all of the social media for my clients. And really, they hit the mark every time. They're amazing. And if I need something quickly from a client, I can always text them, call them, and they will change things for me, which is amazing. And then for you, I mean, after this many years, what I think is great is if I don't know something about a deal, you're always accessible to be like, hey, this is happening. What should I do about this? That's huge. I mean, pretty much we've been through so many crazy things together.
Yeah,
There's not much, but there's always the odd time that's like, hey, I'm thinking this. What do you think? And it's just good to be able to talk about it and know that I am doing the right thing or I'm on the right track or, this is really what is best for this client. So it's good sometimes to bounce ideas, scenarios off other people.
Yeah, and I love that part about our relationship, and actually all the connections on our team is we're super collaborative that way. Like, if you got an issue, you just call me. Like how many, there's days we talk 10 times a day, but it's because we have so much going on, right? That's a huge part of how our team works for me as well. So, you've been doing it this long, you're going to sell over 50 houses this year. What's your goal? Like what's next? Are you happy just selling houses? What's kind of your next thing? What do you want to do? What do you want to do when you grow up, Brand?
I want to win the lotto. Just kidding. No, I mean, honestly, I do say this every day to you, or at least every Tuesday when we have our meetings. I love my life. I love my job. I love helping people. Real estate. I mean, you would have asked me 15 years ago, I would not have told you this is where I would be. Um, it's flexible, but not, I mean, it's fluid, I guess. I love that I can be home getting my kids out the door, plus picking them up from school, but still having clients in between all of that. So, I mean, obviously they're almost done getting picked up from school.
Yeah.
But this is great for me. I also love being on a team so that next year when maybe my son is gone from home and playing hockey somewhere else, I'll be able to take weekends off because I have a team, because I have somebody that can cover me. I love that part about this team, but I probably will be selling houses for the next 20 years.
Well, and it's been good for you. Like, you started this out as a part-time, this is a part-time gig for you. You were a stay-at-home mom, and you just wanted to make some extra cash, and it quickly turned into this has been a very good living for you and provided a really good life for your family over the last decade. So, because you've done just such an amazing job, and you're just so good at this, and that's kudos to you. You've worked really, really hard, and I'm super proud of you.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say it started as a part-time job and it evolved into a career and a
Yeah,
lifestyle. So
yeah,
it
for sure.
definitely morphed into something that I had no idea.
Well, not only have you been able to provide for your family, but look at all the families you've touched over the years. Like, you've sold like dozens, hundreds of homes. Like, come on, you've helped a lot of people and changed a lot of helped change a lot of lives. So, kudos to you for working so hard.
I've got a lot of new friends. I
You
probably
got a
picked
lot
up
of
a
new friends.
dozen new
I
friends
don't know how you
every
juggle all
year.
your new friends, because you get new friends every single day. So, awesome, Brand. We love having you. You've just been so great and so loyal to me, and I just love having you as a partner in this business. This is our rock star number one agent on our team. This is Brandy, my sister-in-law, married to my brother. She's crazy for working for one of the brothers and then married to the other one. I don't know how she does that.
I say
Um,
that all the time.
but we really appreciate you, and thanks for talking about our team today.
Thank you.